Good afternoon. Let me see if I find what I'm looking for here. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about something really important. However, while people gather, I want to share something. Is the continuation of how it is difficult to live toxic relationships. Today I was talking to a colleague, and I understood that it is so important to try to heal toxic relationships, because as you know, women, your reproductive organs are hola Chela and hola Judith. Your reproductive organs are affected, and I'm going to explain this very quickly. When we are in an intimate relationship, it's not just like the Bible said, the flesh is one, because it's not. We still have our individual bodies. But what happened, and I show this picture, is because our energy bodies are one. Our energy merge. The energy is not limited by the physical body. And in an intimate relationship, what is strong is not the physical union, making love, having sex, is the energy connection that we have with the person. And this is just a little bit of information. When we are in an intimate relationship, we have all these energy cords that I talked about before. So when we talk to our clients or friends or even ourselves in our lives, we have been in a toxic relationship, and some people said, I cannot leave him because I love him. Well, the reason is this. The reason is all these toxic energies that connect us. Sometimes are toxic, sometimes they are not. But the reason is in the energy, it's not just in the body. And this graph is a representation of that, showing just one, I want to get rid of this, showing just one energy cord. And when we are in an intimate relationship, we may have many more of these cords. So I would like to ask you to help me to share this information just by putting the names of your friends on your wall, or in this video, in the comments. So when somebody says, I cannot leave my toxic relationship, my partner, whatever it is, if boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife treats me like a doormat, and I am suffering, and my organs are already suffering. I have problems in my gallbladder, in my ovaries. For men, it's usually the liver or the prostate. When we suffer in romantic relationship, our prostate is affected. It's because all these energy cords. What do? Energy healing. Reiki helps you to dissolve the toxicity. The love and the good times will be still there. will still be there. I just wanted to finish that when we start with the conversation. All right, for the Spanish-speaking people, por aquellos que hablan español, la sanación no conoce lenguas e idiomas. Pueden participar, es siempre de 7 a 7 y media con las mismas instrucciones. All right, and this energy cord is the foundation of my presentation today. I'm going to go very quickly because I want to cover everything. When I was preparing this, I went to the internet and I said, okay, let's be educated on the subject. Let me see if I can find the other. Okay, here we go. And the title of this is Healing the Wounds of Our Ancestors. I think it's a little dramatic, but I'm going to read. You are a link in a change of causation that stretches before and after your life by thousands of generations. Unless you are a Native American, if you were born in America somewhere or any other European country, somewhere in your lineage, you can trace back to ancestors who came here from a foreign line to start a new life. Their decision affected all future generations in your lineage, including you. Your life has taken different trajectory because of the choices made by those who came before you. And I'm going to mention something that I find fascinating. When I was a teenager, my mother used to give me books to read. Those who are American may remember Ray Bradbury. He's a science fiction author. I love his books. I read Chronicles, Martian Chronicles, Chronicas Marcianas, and many others. And there is this story. The story is that we are in the future with advanced technology, and there were tours that took people to the times of the dinosaurs. However, people in the tour has to walk on these walkwards made out of wood in the jungle, and they can watch the dinosaurs because they were back in time, thousands of years ago. And one of the tourists made some noise he felt out of the walkward, and a dinosaur that they were watching turned around and went to attack them. So what the tourist guide has to take a gun and kill the dinosaur. They took the precaution to take all the bullets because they knew that dinosaur will change the rest of history. And when they went to the future, there was a big election coming up. They came back to the present, and guess what? Things look different. I don't remember the details. And the political parties looked different. And everything was, I think the wrong political party won, or everything was changed in the future just by that dinosaur who died by accident because people went back to the future. This is an excellent analogy what happened in our lives. So, keep reading. Imagine if our parents, well, I am first generation here in America, but many of you are second generation or more. If your parents didn't decide coming here, you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't even be talking with all of you. So the decisions that we make affect our future generations. Some Native Americans believe that our actions affect the 7 generations in both directions. That means now our parents, our grandparents, our grand-grandparents, and so on for 7 generations. And the future 7 generations. But in reality, and this is why I teach to my students, everything is affected. All the future generations, not just 7, but the 300, the 1,000 that will come after us. And somehow we can affect the other generations if we heal them. All right. Think about that possibility that our actions now, in the here and now, affect 7 generations in both directions, in the future and in the past. It is possible that we can evolve our lineage backward, in time as well as forwards. Does it matter? And why bother? Isn't that ancient history like it's a fantasy? Maybe not. Consider not only that it's possible to evolve our lineage in both directions, but also that to have this awareness cuts to the core of our true nature of human beings. We are in a body appearing to be separate. We appear to live separate lives, to have different experiences, beliefs and opinions about what is true and right and how the world works. This is true at the level of appearances. Well, we can read more and more and more, and I think this is more than enough. And I will tell the story now. Okay, Irmita, te voy a poner el link so you can, I don't know, what is it? What is it? Oh, it's in there. Okay, hold on a second. I will put you the link so you can read it. It's not a book, it's just an article on the internet. And this is what happened. In January, I had a client. I found on her sister fur that she had an attachment. An attachment means this, what is it? This one. And I found that was from a deceased relative. Remember, when we die, the love that we have with someone, the hate, the stress, whatever, which is in our energy as an energy cord, remains after people leave this world. So I found this attachment. I talked to them. They realized that was the father who died dramatically 35, 40 years ago. Don't remember. Above 35. And also, their brother died 4 months before the father in a car accident. And nobody was talking about that. I mean, very little. So we did a process, and I removed that energy cord from both of them. And they felt the difference. Now, the beauty of this is that one of those sisters that is present here. Oh, okay, the book about dinosaurs. I will give it to you. They are fascinating. All of them. I will tell another story of that book. One of these ladies became my Reiki student. I am very proud of her because she started practicing with her family, and she found the attachment of her dad not only on the immediate family, the sisters, their sons. Going back, she went to the East Coast and made a healer. She went with a niece. And this healer found the energy attachment of the deceased father. And at that time, my client and friend didn't even talk to that healer. So another healer on her own found these energies attached from the love of this father who died to her granddaughter. So my student and friend, now colleague, kept working in the whole family. And she went through everyone and going through the painful experience to connect with her father. And she is healing the whole family. I think most of the family had this toxic energy from the father who died in a dramatic way removed. This energy core that you can see in this picture. Now, when you read things on the internet healing the ancestors, they make such a big deal and complicated things, and that you have to be to the shaman who have experience that will charge you $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. I know that, to heal you from your family. You don't need any of that. You need a good Reiki practitioner like Rosie Lopez here, who can find that attachment and remove them. That's all you need. And that will affect absolutely all the generations before, because that attachment is not going to be in the next generations, the sons of this generation, the grandsons, and so on, because they are going to be healed, and this toxic energy is not going to be more in the family. And I know that this works because the mother of this family, the wife of that man that died dramatically, had an amazing healing, I think, last week. Today is Tuesday. Yes, and I saw that woman, and she was happy. And the way she changed, she was able to forgive and ask for forgiveness, and the soul of this man asked for forgiveness, and a pain for decades was healed. Imagine, this is like a tide, like a tsunami of love and healing to all the generations in the future. However, this is also healing the past, because this man was healed even though he has a traumatic experience when he died, and his son too, who died in a car accident, and maybe he has to go through that traumatic experience because I don't know. There are many possibilities, but the past generations are also healed, and maybe sometimes the grandmother will come and because the spirit never dies. Our spirit never dies. So to me, it's one of the most beautiful healing experiences that I witnesses. And I could not do that because I cannot go through all the families and I have no clue what is going on. But this lady went, and one by one, in a period of a few weeks, have given a healing that they would not get it from anyone else. So this is healing the past, and I witnessed that. I know many members of the family, and this Thursday we are going to have some of their testimonials. I want to thank so much to Rosie and her family to let me use this story. And please share it, because this will heal many, many, many people. When other people hear this story, they will see, okay, my father died in a similar way. My mother died in a similar way, or in a dramatic way. Or my parents died just naturally, but I didn't talk to them for 10 years. Yes, you still can heal that. Thank you so much for letting me use this story. And Irma, remind me, I will send you the book. The name of the author is I think I don't remember. It's something like he has many books, something like that. Anyway, I will find it for you. Let's do the healing. The healing starts right now. As I said before, you don't need to wait for me to start going to the other room, not to the other side. I'm going to stay here for a while bothering you. See you soon. I want to mention that, I shouldn't tell you this now, but I was in a project with another healer trying to teach Reiki, and our motto, the slogan was, have one healer in each family. So our goal was to teach Reiki to one member on each family. Imagine what will happen with the world. The world will change in months. In a year we can change the world if we have one healer in each family. So maybe we should go and teach Reiki in Mexico to every single town. All right. I am back, and believe me, it is so difficult for me to talk. And I really wish, my intention is that you feel this peace. I have a couple of thoughts. In a minute or so, I would love to ask you to join me to pray for 2 minutes for the Amazons and to visualize that the greatest rain pours over the Amazon. Who knows? Why don't we try? I know that those natural disasters are because human beings toxic emotions and thoughts. We are destroying the earth. But it really doesn't matter. Remember that meditation is to connect with God, to feel that peace, that love, and that joy. And after we meditate and we feel that peace, then we pray for something. We don't meditate for something. Meditation is to calm the mind, to calm the heart, so we can contact this intelligent energy and higher power that is God. So let's pray for the Amazon's rain for a few minutes. I'm going to say it in Spanish. Por aquellos de ustedes como María, gracias María, que no hablan inglés, vamos a rezar y pedir que caiga una lluvia enorme en la selva del Amazonas y para que apague ese fuego. So, empecemos ahora. Lo único que tenemos que hacer es hablar a esta energía inteligente, que es Dios como energía sanadora, le llamamos Reiki, le llamamos Dios, le llamamos otras cosas, pero es Dios como energía inteligente. Y pedirle, por favor, de nuestro corazón, que haya una lluvia que apague todos los fuegos. 2 minutos. So we are praying for a rain that shower the Amazons, the jungle, to put out all the fires. All right. Yes, Brenda, I love what you said. Praying to Divine Mother to intercede in the way she knows best. Because there is a reason for this. I want to mention that Messi, the Argentinian player that plays in Barcelona, Spain, I read yesterday that he hired 5 of the biggest airplane tanks to spread this retardant fire to try to put out the fire. I was thinking, Messi, yes, he has money, but there are people who have 100 times, 1,000 times more money than him. They cannot spend that money in this generation or in 100 generation. They can put up the fire in a cinch if they want. That would be nice to see these people with money, to collaborate. After today, I have I will show you, my Reiki teacher sent me a picture that says, if you think that finances are important, and there is a picture of the Amazons burning, try to count all your money while holding your breath. Meaning, if the Amazon burns, maybe people won't be able to breathe. And with all the money of the world, I saw that the smoke is getting to San Pablo. They won't be able to enjoy that money, because when we leave everything. We don't take everything. Fantasticos. Thank you, Maria. Gracias, Maria. All right. Just to close up the idea of the beginning, what do we do when we cannot leave a toxic relationship, whether it's work, because we're making a lot of money, whether it's family, we are living with a toxic family, with somebody with smoking marijuana, doing drugs, and it's affecting our body, a romantic relationship, whether it's a husband, wife, a lover, whatever, a friend, it could be so toxic that is affecting our life. What do? Seek for energy healing. Clear all the energy blockages that are bothering you. Clear all these energy blockages. And then you will have the wisdom and the clarity to know what to do in your life. So, this is very important, and you see that I come again and again on the same thing, because life and healing should be very easy. Another thing, I would love to go one day to Mexico, to Peru, to Central America, to South America, to teach Reiki, to have one Reiki practitioner in each city. So I invite you, people from Mexico, to see if you can organize a training meeting. And we are going to do it. Rosie will have to come with me because she speaks Mexican, I don't. I would love to teach, and I don't want to make any money. We go to each city, little towns, and we teach one person to practice the Reiki in the way we do it, that we know is profound. It's very healing. And you will see that healing will spread out and will change the country. So anyway, I hope, Maria, you understood this. And going back to healing ancestors, as I said before, it's not difficult, because when, let me see, here we go. We can heal the past, healing the present. In the example that I talked about before, we can heal a toxic relationship from somebody who have died. 5 years ago, I sent a text to a friend of mine, great healer, and I asked her, what do you see me doing in the future to make my living? Because I lost my job of 23 years in the cancer clinic, integrated cancer treatment, and I sent 500 resumes at that time, applying for internet marketing, that I am very good at doing that. and I couldn't find any job. And she says, you know what to do. You are a great teacher and an educator. I have no clue what she was talking about. What we have to do is to remove the energy blockages that doesn't let you get there. And she didn't tell me. There is you are going to be doing healing and teaching. She never told me what to do, ever. And she said, light 2 candles, forgive everyone everything, ask forgiveness to everyone everything. Forgive yourself for everything. That was new to me. And this shocked me. She said, forgive your father for what he did before you were born. She was asking me to forgive, to heal something from the past, from my father. I never knew what she meant. And when I asked her years later, she told me, I don't want to get there, because it's not necessary. Trying to find out what we did, what our father did, is gossiping and doesn't bring healing. In the work that we do with Reiki, we don't do spiritual or metaphysical gossiping. We find energy blockages, we find energy cores and remove them. She did the healing on me, and I realized slowly that I need to practice Reiki, and I create my practice officially and consistently in 2014, and I was able to build a practice in 4 years. It was just in the perfect moment. So, if we are in a toxic relationship, we need to heal ourselves first. And then we're going to have the clarity to know what to do and the strength to make a decision that could be important in our life. And I say important because ideally is to heal the relationship. And if we cannot heal it, what is better? To make a decision to leave a relationship and start from scratch, or be so sick that we cannot even perform? And I will tell you a couple of stories. First, a good one. A young woman came to visit me in 2014. After we did some work, she told me, Carlos, I think my boyfriend is cheating on me. She's American, beautiful soul, beautiful woman, and he's from South America. I don't know if from Colombia. And I told her, if he's cheating on you, she's an idiot. She doesn't know what she's missing, because you're a beautiful soul and beautiful woman. And then I told her, do this. Talk to your boyfriend and says, hey Johnny, I need help here. Please help me because I feel uncomfortable when this, and this happen. Could you please explain to me? I didn't talk to this young woman, for over 2 years. However, 6 months after we have this conversation here in my home, I see that he's proposing marriage in a hiking. They were in off-road bikes. 6 months later, they get married. A year later, they have a beautiful daughter. And then she calls me about 2 months ago. I was so surprised. And I told her, do you remember when you were here and this happened? And she tells me, if we are so happy now, we are having I am pregnant again, I am having a second baby, and they just bought a house. She said, if we are so happy, we are doing so well, it's your fault. Can you imagine that? I felt so happy. So healing a relationship is possible, especially if you are young and you don't have kids. But you need to talk to your partner and say, this, and this makes me feel uncomfortable. And if you want to be with other women, fine, but I am out of this. With love, I know it could be painful. But remember, if we say, I cannot leave him or her because I love him or her, it's because we have all these energy cords that are in the picture. It's because we have all these energy blockages that are over here. This is the reason we cannot leave relationships, whether it's work, whether it's a family, we live with our family in a chaotic environment, or we keep a work, like I had this work so easy that made a lot of money, and my wife never had to work. Or we live with a friend, a roommate, and we keep up with him because we need the money for the rent. Sometimes it's better to say to him, you know, I love you very much, but this is not working. It's better if you leave. And I know that living a marriage is difficult. I know that living a romantic relationship is difficult. But you have to decide what is best for you, what is best for your children, we always, and this is a key, when we cannot live a romantic relationship and we don't have kids, you need to do what is best for you. Know what is best with your partner. If your health is compromised, that's it. But you have to make the decision. You cannot ask a psychic, you cannot ask a healer. When my clients come to me, I said, you need to make the decision. We as a healers, we empower our clients to be independent and make their own decisions. And we can make our decision when these energy blockages are removed, when these energy cords are removed. There. So our work as a healers with these distance healings or hands-on is to remove the energy blockages that you may have, to empower you, to have clarity, to have the strength to tell your romantic partner, I don't like this. Or, even better, please, I need help. This makes me feel uncomfortable. Like one of my clients, she's about 50-something, and she told me, I was in a toxic relationship. Her uterus and two ovaries have been removed, and she started meditating 3 years ago, and for a whole year she was meditating and preparing the ground to tell her husband, I want divorce. And she told me, when I told him 4 months ago, she didn't even react. She didn't treat me well. She didn't scream at me. I was shocked. So this woman worked from the inside out, preparing the ground energetically. We all have to do that. All right. I went a little longer. I don't know what you mean, me too. All right. Ooh, there are a lot of comments. Andrea Meneses, thank you for reminding us what is Reiki is all about. Much love from Woodland Hills. Love back to you, Andrea. I want to see if in... Okay. Here in YouTube we have Uri. I remember Uri. What do I say to receive this healing now? Uri, the instructions are down the video. Read it next time. Everything is there. How can Reiki and energy healing clear, release, and heal karmic imprints left inside of us or transmitted to us from our ancestors? I just explained everything that I said. All the karmic imprints are here and now in these energy blockages that are there. I don't know how to point. Here. On my right. And energy healing removes that comes from this lifetime or any other lifetime, Uri. I remember you. All right. Okay, Rosie, I take your word. It's here in written. So you are doomed. Andrea, let me see. Ann Stewart. Such an awesome idea, Carlos. I hope you can realize the dream. We'll do it. Me too. I want to learn. All right, Gabby. I want to learn. Fantastic. There you go, Rosie. You have two students there. Sheila C. Me too. All right. This issue, Brenda, is that the fire retardant is highly toxic and will do as much damage as the fire. The fire at least is a natural... Yes, you're right, Brenda. That's why I chose the route of the praying for the rain. What happened, Messi doesn't know any better. I just want to highlight his good heart to do this. And it's an example for all these people with money. Okay, not the fire retardant that they go with the bulldozers to make a half a mile wide, or I don't know, whatever is necessary to stop the fire. Because with money, that can be done. All right, everybody. And I let all the people from South America to organize, we help you, the tours we're going to do with Rosie to teach Reiki. So we are going to do the dream that started in 2014 with that project that never happened, to have a Reiki practitioner in each town. That's good enough. And then in each family. I love you all. I love doing this for you. And I enjoy very much this distance session because I feel peaceful and renewed. I see you next Thursday. We're going to have a great program. Bye, everybody. And remember to share with your friends. Uri, just everything I said. Reiki removes the energy blockages from any time. Bye, everybody.